If you are wondering, what about LPOs? Is this work not similar to working at an LPO? Is somebody wondering like this, that this is what LPOs do, right? LPOs were a different ballgame altogether. Can you understand the difference between working in a call center and working with a US employer directly as a freelancer? Very different, right? Working with a US company, US employer, and working for a call center in India is a heaven and hell difference. In the first, you are working as an employee for a middleman who wants to extract as much from this transaction and take it for themselves, give you as less as possible. While in the other, the client is yours directly. That leads to vast difference in how much you can earn and what kind of work you can perform. For most lawyers in developing countries, even if they get paid $10 per hour and work 180 hours in a month, that beats the salary paid by the top law firms at the entry level with far better work conditions. Okay. In an LPO, however, law graduates are paid very less, $400 to $600. So if you can earn $2,000 on your own, by working as much in an LPO, you'll only earn $400, $500, $600. Big difference. LPO will be billing tens of $1,000s to the client and keeping it all from them for themselves. LPO and body shops have posted over 20,000 new opportunities in India for paralegals in the last 3 months. You can go to naukri.com, you can go to Indeed and blah, blah, all job sites, and you'll see 20,000 opportunities posted by these LPOs in the last 3 months. But they will pay you small amount, 20,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees in every country. The reason why international businesses rely on outsourcing to a handful of LPOs in developing countries is because lack of trust. There is lack of skills amongst you guys. You don't have the skills, or you don't have a track record, experience track record is missing, and it's preventing them from hiring directly. They prefer to hiring through a body shop, through a LPO. LPOs don't secure all the work that there is, rather primarily low end and high volume work that is process oriented, mechanical work, and then they give that to you here. The work is not intellectually satisfying. Okay. As a remote freelancer, you have an opportunity to directly work with the lawyers in the US and elsewhere as a paralegal, directly, not indirectly. And as a legal assistant on a wider range of work, which is much more complex and intellectually satisfying, and you're building a direct relationship with the client. Also, setting up a process with an LPO or setting up your own LPO in India or developing countries, as some large international law firms have done, is a lot of work and requires specific effort outside many lawyers' comfort zone, scale, or budget. However, just hiring one more legal assistant online in the team who will work virtually is not such a challenging proposal. The biggest shift is that today many US lawyers or law firms are willing to hire lawyers from India or other developing countries on a freelance basis or for a project directly without the costly intervention of an LPO. Okay, because they have learned to work remotely and they see the very big talent arbitrage opportunity. If everyone is working remotely, does it matter whether the paralegal is working from home in Houston or telecommuting from Howrah, Philadelphia or Fagwara, California or Chandigarh? Lawyers and law firms are warming up to the idea of tapping into a global pool of talent thanks to the massive savings per hire. As a freelancer, remote freelancer, your job is to bypass the middlemen and LPOs and back the opportunity directly. You will also get to build your own reputation, track record, your own network, and possibility of rising within a foreign meritocratic organization. This is on offer. You get to perform work which is challenging and intellectually satisfying. Also, you get paid a lot more as there are no middlemen. These advantages are not available while working for LPOs, but they can be achieved when you remove the LPO working in between, making the system far more scalable and profitable for both sides. You can even use this experience, if you play your cards right, to migrate to that country eventually within a few years, maybe 2 years, 3 years, you might be able to migrate to that country. We are sitting on an unprecedented and incredible opportunity. The perfect storm has cooked with all these factors coming together. Remote freelancers for US corporate law work are in high demand and low supply internationally, and it's possible to develop skill sets in this area. While each country may have a different system of courts, taxes, police, and other regulators, the principles for existence operation and governance of companies and corporate transactions across the world are similar.